Hi guys, and welcome back to Run Stretch Succeed here, and today we are going to do a kind of different video. It's not too different because this channel is totally about self-development and motivation and my journey in fitness and life, and I guess this is just part of my life. So last Monday I got diagnosed with ADHD, and since last Tuesday I've been medicated. And I want to do a little mini series on what is happening with my life, what it is like to have ADHD and to have it treatment and to take medication for a disorder, because I feel like there's a lot of stigma about taking medication for a disorder. But if you was ill or if you had a physical disability, you would take tablets for that. So why should there be a stigma about me taking medication for ADHD? This is what this series is going to be about, and it's also going to be about how it affects my exercise and fitness, because literally that is the biggest thing I'm scared of changing, because I really love running, I really love doing ultras, and I'm kind of a bit scared what's going to happen, but then I'm kind of feeling like it's going to be okay, and I'm kind of feeling it may improve things. But I want to share my journey, so maybe some people will think it's okay to have medication, or that the exercise journey will be okay taking amphetamines. Want to hear about my ADHD journey and how it affects my exercise and my daily life, hit that subscribe button, because I don't know how many videos this series is going to be. I've always had like dyslexia, autism, dyscalculia, Erlen syndrome, and when I was younger I got told to go to the doctors for a ADHD diagnosis. I only found out this other day, but in the UK, ADHD has only been a recognised diagnosis since 2000. But it has been recognised and been seen for 200 years at least, as far as I've read. It could be further. And the doctor said, don't go down that path, it's not a wise idea, because it was very stigmatised then, and still is now, but maybe not as bad. So on Monday, I went to my appointment, we filled out a sheet, and it had about 200 questions on, maybe even more, and literally we didn't tick about 8 boxes. What is an awful lot. So the nurse said I've got severe ADHD. What I didn't realise I did. I just thought I had a bit of a concentration issue. I'm medicated, I might be able to concentrate, do a bit of extra work, and be able to structure a sentence, because I really do struggle structuring a sentence. So she offered me medication, went through it, took my heart rate, checked I was healthy and stuff, and then prescribed meth something. What is it? Amphetamine. So I will put the name on screen now. So I took that tablet on the Tuesday at 11 o'clock, because I do teach till about 9 o'clock. So she said it will start wearing off after you teach, but you'll still be able to go to bed, because obviously it is a stimulant. So on the Tuesday, the day after, I took my first tablet. Didn't really think much of it. I kind of thought, yeah, I'm going to do some work, and I'm going to try to do some tidying, because that's basically why I've got this tablet, so I can function and do some tidying. So I did some tidying. It took me a little like 10 minutes, and I did 3 hours worth of work in 45 minutes, and sat there and thought, what do we do now? Because normally by this point I would go out and go my nan's. What is actually like so bizarre. So I had to sit there because I just didn't know what to do. Like, I just had some time on my hands. But I thought, mint, this has improved my life just that tiny bit, and made it a tiny bit easier. I went for a run, my nan's, nothing really different, just average visit, small talk and all that jazz. I went to All Day What's near my nan's, and I walked into the shop and tried to look at the items like I normally would do, and I physically couldn't do it. What my brain does, we would be in an aisle and it would be like bread, chickpeas, carrots, more bread, I don't know, really, really quick, literally in like 1 second flat. So I literally had to look at every object. Well, I was a bit like, whoa, this is super weird. But to be honest, I don't think that's just... But to be honest, I don't think that is too much of an issue. As half of my items I probably would have forgot because I don't really take it in. I just kind of dart my eyes around. So I got my stuff, went to the till and stood still. And this is the moment what blew my mind, is after a minute, I realised I was stood still. And that is the first time I've ever done that in my life. Like it's so weird. It was so weird. I'm freaking, I'm thinking, and I was like, oh my god, this is different. This has changed my life. This is so different. What I'm really chuffed about. I went and taught my lesson that night, went home, felt calmer, wasn't thinking that everyone hated me all day, and was generally a lot more emotionally stable. And the day after, the Wednesday, I tidied my studio up. It would have took me 6 hours normally. It took me about an hour, 45 minutes. It was really, really quick. I was really, really happy that I literally could do a job in such a short period of time, what would have took me absolutely ages. And then I went for a run, picked my card up, paid my rent, did loads of errands, taught a class. That day was really, really good. And then I was a bit freaked out about this situation because it was literally like I was living a new life. Like, it's not that anything about me has changed, but it's that I'm doing everything I do in chronological order. And even speaking in more of an order, I don't know if you can tell, I know my tablet's worn off to a point, but it doesn't go back to the start either, to like when I've not had a tablet. So by this point, it was Thursday and I was a bit freaked out. I've not been pulling my hair. I've not been picking my face, causing it to bleed. I've not ripped my hair out and caused like scarring on my scalp and scabs. I've been hungry for the first time in my life because I don't physically get hungry. What is a weird experience, but I would literally go for like possibly days and forget to eat, and then I would eat a lot of food because I know I've not ate for days, and then, you know, to be honest, I kind of sorted that out to a point because obviously I do fitness, so I will do fitness, eat, so that was a way of sorting that out, I guess. The only way I can explain ADHD is that I had 7 of me in my head. Me, not someone else, so not like bipolar or other multiple personality disorders. I hope that's correct to say. It was all me, but we was all talking at once. And one of the voices, frankly, was going, you don't deserve to be here, no one likes you. You think you shouldn't be here, no one likes you. You have no friends, everyone hates you. And was really horrible to me, and I could not turn that voice off at all. And over the years, it's got constantly worse. I've got put under more pressure. Hold a conversation. I can look somewhat at someone. I didn't realise I couldn't look at someone. I can like look at the face and know it's them. As a lot of time, if I see a person not in the same place as I would see, a lot of the time, if I didn't see the person where they was, at the time, each time, I would not recognise who they was because I couldn't look at them long enough to facial recognition them. So I'd get really confused and forget people's names because I would just not pay attention and didn't have the attention span for that. And it was a ADHD video about taking your first medication. And it was a ADHD video about taking your first medication, and I thought, this is utter bullshit. I thought, this is made up, this is for clout, for likes on TikTok, for just generally made up, unreal, and to make kids want it, and make it a trend, and stuff like that. And I will put this video here now because I literally can't explain it, what taking your first medication like for me and this person, obviously, because they made this video about it. So I'll put it here.
It's entirely possible that
it actually blew my mind. I didn't realise that I was so impulsive that I didn't have control over myself. I literally feel like someone had control over my body. It wasn't me. Because I had no choice into doing stuff like I did. It's not that like someone else was doing it. It's just that I would be so impulsive to speak to everyone who comes into a room or to constantly be after dopamine, because the deficiency is that you are doing stuff for dopamine, the body's way of trying to make up for that. And frankly, it's dangerous. It's absolutely dangerous. I don't know how I've even made it to this point, because I've not gone crazy or not drove someone else crazy. Well, I probably have, but sorry. Yes, this is... So I went for my first proper run after being on medication for a couple of days, and it went fine this morning, and I really enjoyed it. I could run solid. I didn't get too distracted because obviously the tablets are there. So I'm not too bad at not getting distracted when it's actual race. Basically, on race day there is dopamine, because there's a lot of adrenaline. As I train there isn't, so I can get distracted by my phone, by people walking, people talking. So sometimes I do stop, and sometimes I get that distracted, I actually forget to run. I literally forget I'm running, and then I have to start running again, and it's quite annoying, to be honest. So I guess this is really it for today. If you've got any questions, about ADHD, what it's like, how I got a diagnosis, or anything like that, ask down below. I feel like I'm going to be okay. I feel like I'm going to be a lot better. And this is my intro to this series. So drop me a comment. And also, I want to ask, do I seem different? Like, do I seem more structured? Do I seem like I'm engaging with the camera, engaging with you guys a lot more? Because I felt like I really struggled with that, and I really had to edit. I haven't done this video with a list. I usually have a bit of a plan, but I never end up following it anyway. So I'm really excited to see how long it takes me to edit this video. And guys, I will see you next time. Because this is my intro to the series. The next video is a running video, but if you've got any questions, drop them down below. I will answer them, and I will see you next time.